Is this something to be looked at now as to whether there was misuse of the main accused in this case, stepfather? He's a senior DCP rank official. Of course, he's claimed not knowing what was happening in his daughter's life after she had got married about 4 months ago. He has said she hadn't visited him since, and he didn't know what her or her husband were up to. But is that something now that needs to be looked at, particularly when the probe is also looking at whether there was a larger nexus at play as well? Also, reportedly protocol used to be used, which is why perhaps also she was undetected for so long.
So I'll get into the main question as you have indicated. I'll just add one single point with whatever Mr. Gore has been talking about. So in the year 23-24, the total amount of gold seized in this country has been to the tune of 900 kgs. And that has been primarily from Ahmedabad, Kerala airports and South Bengal frontier. Suffice to say that this is a risk worth taking. So it is a business of a different kind, where people feel that it is a risk worth taking. And if the concerned accused in this case, if you take 10 successful trips from January till now, you can understand the quantum of gold, quantum of money, and quantum of illegal wealth, which has primarily changed hands. Now I come to your basic question. Basic question is whether the VIP status or the capabilities of a protocol has been misused or exploited. Primarily, she is not entitled to any protocol whatsoever. So let's be very clear about it, that she is not entitled to any protocol. And if the concerned officer is talking about for the last 4 months, he has not been in touch and he is unaware of what these people are doing. Every time, as per the things in the public domain, there has been a protocol officer who has been taking her out of the airport, and outside the airport, there is certainly a government vehicle which takes her through. So exploiting of the protocol is certainly there. I'm also intrigued about the fact that somebody with 15 kgs of gold on herself and the customs in Bangalore has not been able to make out in any of her visits. Whether 4 in 4 she carried or in 10 she carried, we are not aware of. I'm also fascinated by the fact as to what belt it is, which can carry 14 kgs and remains undetected. The investigation will also have to look into the fact as to where this belt was actually manufactured or created. And the whole thing started with the creation of this belt, or prior to that, there were smaller quantums which was being transported inside this country. I've come back from Dubai around 15 days back. On 19th, 20th, and 21st. I was there for a cyber security lecture. It's very difficult to understand and believe that you will be able to get across Dubai airport without anybody laying an eye on you. And the nature of AI surveillance which we have, or the camera surveillance which we have, it is really at a cutting edge and a global level. That takes me to another part of the whole story, that whether she was just a mule, might be she's just a mule, and she's a part of a bigger carton. And if 900 kgs are changing hands, and 900 kgs have been caught in the financial year 23-24, the general understanding is what is caught is not more than 10% of whatever is being transacted upon. Whether you take drug trade, you take corruption, you take black money, you take whatever. So if that is the case, then what is the nature of the quantum of trade we are looking into? Now, Kerala case is still not done and dusted. And if it is happening in Kerala, and again things are happening in Karnataka, it is also there in Ahmedabad, Sardar Vallabhbhai International Airport, Ahmedabad. Authorities seized 241.1 kg of gold. So if it is happening all around the place in such a porous manner, and then all these AI-enabled cameras, I've been talking about cameras, AI-enabled for a long, long time. So we are putting them as physical decorative structures, that is nearly all. And that artificial intelligence did not work in Prayagraj, artificial intelligence has not worked here. It is some expert person in DRI or custom, through his knowledge of 20, 30 years, he would have spotted. And from there, this whole thing has started. We would love to know whether it has come out of pattern recognition, it has come out of gait movement, how you walk. There are a variety of things. But there is no denying the fact that this protocol, the way it is extended to officers and beyond, is not the protocol which is intended to happen. If there is a politician, I think all his hangers on are also a part of the protocol. How and why it is happening, I don't know. I have been a part of these VIP lounges for last 30, 35 years. And the nature of people you find in these VIP lounges, I'm nearly confident to say all of them are not officers and all of them are not a part of the political executive. So that is where we are. And whosoever the person might be, the customs and DRA has to do its job, right? There is absolutely no denying the fact. And there is also no denying the fact that the protocol which is established has to be in tune with whatever is laid out in law, and not that anybody who can manage at a very, very critical secure infrastructure. And the issue is not only with gold. There are lots of things which can happen. I will not delve into that part because that is not a part of the debate right now. So there are a variety of things. If you can find access, if you can get through all those, navigate through all that protocol, you are able to get out of it over and over again. There are a variety of other things also which can be done. As far as the investigation is concerned, once again I would try to take a leaf from Mr. Gaur that it should not again end into what I call as a non-conviction. So the case, once it is started by a detection, by a seizure, on the physical body, which means you have been caught red-handed. There is enough and sufficient technical evidence. And if you go by one single life cycle of a crime, so somewhere it is bought in Dubai, it is kept somewhere in Dubai, it is put on the body, it is moved in a hotel, you come to the airport, that whole airport navigation happens, you board an aircraft, you land here, go through the whole exercise again, hop onto a government vehicle and reach your place. Now, I'm scared to even think as to how many places the security and the protocol and literally anything which should be in place for our safety and your safety has been compromised.
Let me quickly get in Sharat